Okay. Okay, help.
Okay, so it is 1:20 on May 11, 2013, and my group and I are here at Mieko Shintani's house, interviewing her about her life experiences in Manzanar, one of the Japanese internment camps. So we just want to start off this interview by asking when you were born and where you grew up.
Let's see. My birthday is 2/9/25. I was born in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, and what comes to your mind when we say Japanese internment camps?
Well, at that age, I mean, you don't realize what's going on. But it was a rush. There was a relocation. I mean, all the Japanese people had to evacuate. So there was 411 people that could volunteer to go to Manzanar, and the rest went to Wyoming. Because it was in California, so I guess everybody wanted to stay in California instead of going all the way to Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
So rest of them were evacuated to Wyoming.
So can you tell us a little bit more about how you were taken there, if you remember at such a young age?
Yeah, we went on we went on the train, and when we got close to Manzanar, they transferred us to bus. And with the bus, we went into camp.
Mm-hmm. Did your family have to sell certain items for a cheap price before evacuating?
Yeah, my mother had a barber shop, so they have to, but I don't know if anybody was there to buy it or not. I mean, and my folks had a restaurant right on First Street.
Mm-hmm.
So they sold it to someone that they knew that wanted to take care of it. That was first in San Pedro, I think. Not too sure.
Do you remember how you would spend your time while you were in the camps?
We went to school.
School?
Mm-hmm. Went to school.
How was school like there?
Well, my class was real small, because, well, I don't know. I think there's a picture, too. I don't even know how many people we had, but ours was the smallest class, because it's the first one after we were there that they opened a class with us.
Can you describe what the camps look like, both on the inside and the outside?
Well, they had barracks, okay? Nothing but barracks. And there were 1, 2, 3, 4. Some family, one next family, they had 4. I just wonder if there was 20 or 21 barracks in one block. I'm not too sure. But they had where they have to leave a space open in case of emergency, I think. Because if it's too close, and if there's fire or anything, that's it. In the laundry room, in the shower room was in the middle of the block.
How would you describe the temperature there?
Oh gosh. Mm-hmm. Over there is right by. It gets hot, it gets hot, but not really hot. But wintertime, it was cold. I was just wondering if it ever snowed over there. I don't think so. It was up higher that snowed. Because we were down lower. You know where Bishop, California is out that way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's right, along in, before Bishop, I'm just trying to think. There was a lake there. There's no lake anymore right now. Just trying to think. It's been a long time. Because from one lake all to the other side of the mountain, it was all lake. It's more like a salt, salted. So when it dried up half. They must have used the salt. I'm not sure, but I remember it's a salt lake. That from one end to the other by the mountain. Just trying to see which it's been so long. But we were in Manzana, but that's before Mammoth. Mammoth is further up.
So overall, would you say the conditions of the camps were good, or?
Well, it was okay. It was good. I mean, they had everything we needed. Shower, room, bed, straw bed. And then they changed it, after. First it was straw, they packed straw. But and it was all dirt, but, it's. Yeah, there was washroom, they wash, and then the bathroom, and shower place. They're all right in the center between the two barracks. It's a block. They call it block.
Did you lose any close friends or family members in the camp?
In camp?
Yeah, during your experience.
No, not really.
No, outside camp?
Outside there wasn't any. They were either in one camp or the other. They all had to evacuate.
Did you form any really strong relationships while at camp? That you still kind of communicate with them now?
There was one man my folks had a restaurant, and he was always there, and I didn't even know his name. But we got a package, in our name, and it was nothing but candies and things that kids like. And so I thought, gee, I wonder who this is. And it was that gentleman that was always eating over at the restaurant my folks owned. Yeah, I didn't even know his name. I didn't have his address. Yeah, so there wasn't, I couldn't get in touch with him.
What did you and all the others do to distract yourself from all the destruction and the chaos that was going on around you?
Like we were in school, and they had ball games, and dancing class was later, but they had ball games and individual ball games, and they had a group ball games. I think there's a picture here. I guess maybe it's in, but it could be in there. So we used to go watch, ball game, regular baseball.
Oh, baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else you want to add about life at the camps before we move on to outside?
Nothing much.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a kid.
Were the girls separated from the boys in camp?
I beg your pardon?
Were the girls separated from the
No.
boys in camp? No.
For games and dance, well, they had dancing, it was, but no separation.
So this photograph here, it's a summer festival that takes place in Japan, but they kind of dig it in Manzanar. Were you actually there? Did you?
Oh yeah,
you
we all we do is see.
see.
Watch. Like, oh, this one isn't a baseball. I think this one with a baseball. It could be baseball. It's kind of hard. It doesn't say. And then they used to have Ondo はなんかね、日本英語で you know, a group kids used to dance around like this. Yeah, no kimono, just
having fun.
Yeah, it could be in here. I don't know. Oh, this is the other one. These are just people that was. Oh, it could be in here. These are. I think that's the camps one. Oh, I have J camp. See, this, you know, some of these are different camps, so it's a little different. But that's how we got here, train.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they transferred us to the camp.
Was it really
bus.
crowded in the trains?
No, they would seat for everybody. You see, this house. There were 4 sections, 4 families. You know, no door, no nothing, just entrance for, you know, the family that lives in that area. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Let's see, this one here is not. This is Heart Mountain, but they're about the same though, in all the, because it has tar paper. You know, they have wood and they put tar paper on it again, and then put wood on to hold the tar paper to make barracks. And this is not camp, but like this, and it's all tar paper and wood, and there's the door, and they didn't have window. Some people did, some camps did. We had a window, but small and up high. Yeah, every camp is, I think, a little different. You know, it was built differently. Improvement. Yeah, this one is the school. This is in between the, you know, houses. Just you have to walk to school. They had a school. They had church. They had 2, you know, religious church, and they had place where you could go get ice cream and candy, you know, the store.
Yeah.
That you had to pay for, but you know, they had it. It was on the first block. So that's how they're going to school. So, they went probably went out to work. Some men went out to work. They were on a bus, this truck, and they sent them and went out, and then they went on a train to go to Idaho and places like that to work. They have some people buried here. These are all the inside. It doesn't. Yes, but some of these are after the camp. You know, these here. They have a get together so often. This is where the people that died, they celebrate. You know, and some just bury their ashes You know, it's down in here. And the preacher comes in, preaches. Yeah, they have some magazine that's more, but I couldn't find. These are just just a little, but you could tell, just about tell, because the man, from here, he climbed over here, just to see. That's the one that got turned around, and he could start going down, and he went, I was telling you, Fresno side, and this is the mountain. He came back, but he was all turned around. So, the people from the camp went up there to bring him back, but they said they'll bury him there. It was the mountain. You could tell it gets, get lots of snow up in the mountain. Yeah. So I had some other books, but this is the only one that has Nelson in the class. High school class reunion.
So you've talked about how you went to school there.
Mm-hmm.
So what about your parents? What did they do there? Like, did they work, or what did you?
Yeah, some of the people worked. They had cafeteria, and what else did they have? Well, we had a regular doctor, MD. He came, and some of the men worked there, and some of the women nurses worked there, but they were way up by the mountain. There was always doctor or nurses that you could always get in touch with. Mm-hmm. Like the canteen. You just run to the wet canteen and dry canteen, they used to call it. Wet is for the goodies, and dry is clothing and stuff like that.
Upon entering the camps, Japanese American citizens were asked to fill out a questionnaire. No?
We didn't. Mm-mm.
So you're not you don't recall the no-nos who filled out for question 27, 28, no?
Yeah, well, at that time, at my age, we don't pay any attention to something like that. But there was yes and no. Mm-hmm. So because, younger people just don't feel things, they don't complete things like that. Just, I think we have to be of age in order to do that. But a lot of these, they couldn't speak much English anyway, they couldn't, the older people. So it was kind of difficult for them. Did I tell you about the washroom and the toilet?
No.
It's like this, big building. You go in, one side is toilet, the other side is toilet too. But there's another one, it's a washroom, laundry and stuff like that. I tell you, it's just lined up. And they just do what they have to do, and they didn't complain too much. You can't. I thought I had some pictures of that, but I don't.
Yeah. That's okay.
Should we just jump to leaving the camps? Okay, so when did you leave the camps?
We left the camps. Let's see now. That was, when did we leave? I'm not too sure, really. Let's see, we went to, I'm just trying to think if we went to Salt Lake or, because over there, they didn't, segregate Salt Lake City, Utah. But I know we went to Salt Lake, but I'm just wondering when. I wonder where we went first. I'm not too sure. It's been a while. But we stayed in Salt Lake City.
So when you were released, do you remember like what your thoughts were, or like what you?
No, they didn't force us to do anything. You know, whoever wanted to go went. And some people did, you know, because they weren't used to going out like that, especially somewhere they don't know, because you couldn't come back to California. Some people went to Arizona too. Arizona, Texas. My mother went to Texas. Arizona, Texas, Idaho. Out that way, out of California.
So did things just go back to the way they were when you were released, or no?
Start all over again.
And how was that like, considering the restaurant and other things?
That was way afterwards. The restaurant that my folks had. I mean, it was, at the time it's normal. I mean, you know, it's so many years after that, so, because we couldn't go back to a certain area. That's where the city hall is. Because it used to be a regular Japanese town at that when we were growing up. They had all Japanese stores, restaurants, and everything. But after the war, it was a little different because everybody else was, you know, a lot of different nationality. They were all there, so. See, that's right by City Hall. When we were kids, we used to walk to the City Hall to get to school. Shortcut.
Some Japanese Americans gave up their citizenship to go back to Japan. Did you know anyone who gave it up? No family members?
Yeah, there's especially older people. Besides, they weren't really citizens anyway. You know, that's the first generation.
Did you see any changes in the attitudes of your family members during the camp and then once released?
Yeah.
So do you think the actions of the United States was justified, considering the attack on Pearl Harbor, or what do you have to say?
I don't, I was a kid, you know, at the time, so it's kind of hard to say.
Well, now, when you think about it now, what do you have anything to say about that?
Because at the time, I didn't realize at the time. I was younger than you were. The first generations, there was first generation, second generation, third generation. My folks was first, second, and there were kids in the third generation.
So I understand you were young, so you can't probably answer this next question, but now what do you think about when Congress apologized for their actions and, you know, tried to give back 10 cents for every dollar that was lost to the families?
No comment.
No comment.
What do you think?
What do I think? I don't know, Dilian, what do you think?
It's hard.
I feel like if I were a Japanese American back then, it wouldn't, like, it'd be good that they actually apologized to me and recognized that what they did was wrong. But giving me money, it wouldn't give me back what they took away from me.
Yeah, true. I guess. Yeah. Especially when you're young, too, you don't realize it at the time.
I don't think we can ask any of these questions because she doesn't remember when she was young.
Oh.
When did you meet Jack?
What do you mean?
Your husband, Jack. He told me stories about. He told me stories, about the ship that he met. He faced.
Oh, you mean that one there?
Yeah, he.
He was he was in Terminal Island.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Terminal Island was evacuated at the time. All the stores were, closed. Everybody had to move out of it because it's just an island with and then across was San Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a lot of the people, some of them came to LA, some of them went across the,
Did Jack go to the camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we got married.
At Manazar, got married at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people from San Pedro was there. Yeah, and they didn't have any choice. They had to leave because of right there, the...
When did Jack make the ship? I know you got from, he told me he made the...
he made it.
He made the ship smooth and each splinter he actually, built on. Yeah. Was that before? Or?
No, not too long ago.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know when, but it isn't, I think when we were still here.
Oh.
Do you remember? He had to get, all the scraps, around. He picked up the scraps and made it.
A little ship.
Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be a fishing boat. Yeah, so I was going to say if you try to float it. It's not hollow, it's just...
Decoration.
He was real, he could do a lot of things, work with hands. I think he has a couple in the garage, too.
Oh. After you left camp, did you face, racism? Or after you left camp, did you face, racism?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing? And Salt Lake?
Salt Lake, nobody evacuated. Japanese people were all there. Yeah, so I worked in one of the laundry places, doing secretarial work.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all Japanese people doing laundry and cleaning. And so Utah didn't evacuate. I don't think they did unless somebody shoot,
Yeah.
That's a lot of Japanese people went to Utah. John, where did your folks go? Where did your folks go?
They went to Utah.
Utah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of, because it's close to California, they all went.
Yeah.
Utah. Some, like my mother, like I said, was in Texas.
Mm-hmm. She was sent to Texas?
Because, they have Japanese women's organization before the war, and she was doing secretarial work for,
Yeah.
So that's where she got picked up.
Oh.
Didn't even come home.
Was it Crystal City? Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of Japanese people, especially women, Crystal City.
When your mom was at the Crystal City, did she send you letters?
Mm-hmm. But open.
That's nice.
Yeah, they always open things like that.
They check.
Yeah, they just check to see what's written in there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. They don't do anything else, just to make sure.
Yeah. What did your dad do at the camp?
What? He was, where was he? I can't remember where he was. He came to Manzanar with us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used to work in LA, in J-Town.
Yeah.
The J-Town was really J-Town.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, so picture. Yeah.
Yeah. They have dancing class, tea ceremony class, and they have Okoto class. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And what is that? A lot of people went. Like, I had to go to Japanese school too. Go to English school and then come back. And I used to go to Ikebana, the flower arrangement, and I used to make a beeline for that Japanese school. And sometimes I don't go there, but I used to go to Japanese dancing lesson and then make a beeline to.
Was it like many temples were used like movie theaters? Like some temples were used like multi-purpose rooms?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember. Not the temples. Yeah. But that was way after the war. Still, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just do a lot of things your parents tell you to do.
So after, at Utah, you're doing laundry, secretary.
Yeah.
What'd you do after? Like, when did you eventually come back to LA?
Let's see, we went to Nebraska too.
Nebraska? What you did?
Your folks were in where? Out that way?
Mm-hmm.
Your folks?
They were mostly in Utah.
Utah? Yeah, we went to Nebraska. Wasn't your brother up out that way?
I have a brother that was he's in Nebraska right now, Omaha.
Yeah, Omaha. Yeah, we were out in Nebraska but for just a few months, and then we start working our way back towards California.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when you came back to California? What year? What year? Or it took you years to come back to California?
Well, we didn't come back until my folks were ready to, because they had a business and.
Yeah. And they did a new business, or
after we came back?
Yeah.
Let's see what. No, they still had a restaurant, open a restaurant. It became a regular J-Town,
Yeah.
So. But no, that Umea is the one that made sembe. But barbershop and they were back to same.
Same.
Mm-hmm. They can't get anything else.
Yeah. When did you settle in the valley?
In the valley?
Yeah.
Gee. I don't remember.
Or why did you come to the valley? Or yeah.
After we got married.
Convenience?
No. Where were we first anyway? We were in where Umea and stuff was east. Where is that? No. You know where the P used to come turn around over there? We were out there first. and then we start moving up. Gee, it's been a long time.
Time flies.
Yeah, because Nadine was born. I'm just trying to think. She was born in LA. Trudy, too, was born in LA. Yeah. I wonder when Nadine was born in LA. I'm just trying to think. I think we were on 3rd Avenue, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's Trudy. Nadine was at the other place.
Yeah.
What is that street anyway? Not on 3rd Avenue.
And your daughters went to Birmingham, right?
Hmm?
They went to Birmingham, right? Right?
My girls?
Yeah.
School. Gee, I can't even remember. Where did they go? She went to LA High. My older one went to LA High. Where did Trudy go? Can't remember. Because, they always borrow addresses.
She went to Birmingham.
Birmingham? Trudy Birmingham. Nadine was at LA High.
Well, and then she went to UCLA.
UCLA. That's my older one. It's been so long. Tell you. You don't write down everything to remember.
What do you think of the social awareness that Japanese Americans are doing to make sure that an event like this won't happen again?
Yeah, I really don't know, to tell the truth.
Like, do you think spreading this social awareness of, like, racial or race segregation is good for our community and the U.S. to not do this again?
I think they should, but I don't know what the others think.
Did you tell your daughters about this openly, like what happened?
No, I don't think so, not really.
Did they ever ask about it?
Yeah, they used to. But they read too. My girls read. And see, her Nadine went to LA High, and she went to UCLA, didn't she? It's been a long time. Trouble is, I don't have all the papers that when they went to school. They move around, so naturally it's buried somewhere. I think my girls remember everything.
I know you were little when it happened, when all this happened, but were you mad, like, when you got older about it? Were you mad at the U.S. government?
What can I do?
Nothing, but...
Yeah.
Were you...
Well, that's where the trouble begins, when you get mad.
Yeah. But did you get the $20,000 in the end? And did you care?
If they give it to me, it's fine.
Did you think it's bad money? It's like...
Yeah. Where was your mom when she was... Nihon?
Yeah, I'm second generation.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom's from the mainland, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I had one sister.
What's
Oh,
Is
she
she like-
expired.
was she the same age as you, or is
No,
she
she was 3 years younger.
3 years younger?
I had a little brother, but I think the only thing I was told that he expired when he was small.
Oh.
Still young.
At the camp, were people talking about how mad they were? Well,
Some people did.
some people were.
Hmm. Oh yeah, they rioted.
They riot?
Hmm.
Do you remember about the riot?
We were. It was in Block 1.
Yeah.
We were. So they said stay away from that block because it's dangerous,
Yeah.
But so we couldn't. My parents didn't allow us to go out that way. It's dangerous, with all the kids throwing things and hitting everybody because they think they're right,
Yeah. Did many people leave the camp and join the military?
You mean volunteer?
Yeah, volunteer. Yeah.
I think there were some, but I don't know how many.
Was there like a social class of like elders, saying to be calm while the young ones are kind of getting mad?
Did you witness any guards kill any of your fellow community members?
No. But I understand a couple of them were. But I don't know, it was where they were having a riot.
Yeah.
And so we were absolutely not go over there.
Yeah. So at the camp, was it like a small town? Was there like not restaurants, but like, was there like buildings, like community buildings?
You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the way like that. And in the middle,
Yeah.
they had the laundry and bathroom,
Was
shower
there
room.
Was there a community leader? Like.
Oh yeah, they always had a block leader. They're voted from that block.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always a block leader. And then they had the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say was the most important lesson that you learned? Would it be to not fight back against officials, or what would it be?
I was a little young.
Well, if you had to tell like our generation something that you like learned from that whole experience, what would you tell us? Like,
or better yet, if this happened now, and I'm a half Japanese, if this happened now, I have to go. Many people, when I found out about this personally, and I learned this at Japanese school, a lot of the young ones were pissed. They were
Upset.
What will you tell me or them? Should we get pissed off? Should Japanese American be mad about this today?
I know, but that's kind of dangerous too.
It's dangerous, but what should I do about it? What should have Japanese people should do about it?
Mind your mother and father.
We should let it go.
Mind your mother and father. See what they have to say, even if you're of age,
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous.
Right.
Because there's always crazy people,
Yeah.
Even the other places too, they have to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Even just like in Utah too, I think they have to be careful. But Utah was more or less a religious, state, so especially where we were.
Mm-hmm. Wait, were you Christian?
Buddhist.
Buddhist? Were people from the Utah okay with it?
Yeah.
They were fine?
Mm-hmm.
At the camps too, they were fine?
I'm sure they were, because they had 3 different categories of
Mm-hmm.
the religions.
There was Christian, Buddhist, and what else?
Let's see, Christian, Buddhist, and what is that? There's another
Catholic,
religion.
Mormon.
Yeah, Catholic.
Catholic?
Not Mormon.
Catholic?
Yeah.
And
They had churches for that at in camp. They had individual ones.
And the priest was living at the camp? He was...
Most of them.
Was there like a community jail? Community, like... Where's like a police there? Like a community, like... If someone stole food, what happens? Sent to the...
I think they had a detention place. I won't call it a jail.
Detention?
I think that was on in the first block 1. And they have administration building. The Hagujin people were there, taking care of. In block 1. And there was always a guard at the entrance, where the entrance right before you go into the camp. There was always a guard.
Was the guard, were the guards, most of them nice? Were they...
Oh yeah, they were okay.
They were okay?
Yeah, but they have to do the duties.
Yeah.
And nobody fought with them that I heard of. Because if you had a pass, they would let you go out.
Oh,
but you have to show them the pass.
And how do you get the pass?
There's an administration building there.
Was it easy to get a pass?
It depends on what it is. Some people go for work, some people goes for pleasure. But you have to specify where you're going. And I don't think it's a restricted place. Because I went out once, who was it that? To get the wedding dress. And my mother and myself, we went to, what is it, Broadway? Broadway, where, there's a place where they sell gowns. And we just buy the gown and just go back and then hop on the bus and go back in camp. Because you have a pass.
Yeah. And then so after you passed like the first, when they asked for their pass, when you left, if you went to Fresno, like people asked for your pass, everyone asking you.
You have to carry it with you. Pass.
Is it like a sheet of paper?
No, it's a card.
It's a card, and you just hook it on and you just walk.
Just put it in your purse or pocket. Yeah, no, they don't usually do. Unless when they had that. The boys went, I don't think they had, because they all go on a bus or whatever. They can't go on the other, train or furlough. Doing veggies, fruits, pick fruit and do the vegetable.
Yeah. In the camp, was there any like Boy Scouts, Girl Scout?
Yeah.
There was? Was it popular? Or
it's just an organization for the kids.
Were you part of that?
No. Keep out of trouble.
Okay.
No, they had organizations, for the kids to join.
Were you part of any other organization? No. You just went to school.
Yeah.
Did you have a prom there?
I think so.
Did you have a prom?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
How
for
was
school.
that? Yeah.
Okay. They had an auditorium,
Oh.
Yeah, they had an auditorium, so they had graduation and everything. On the stage, they had any program or anything. They're sitting on the, up on the stage. So for graduation, we had our auditorium. Got our diploma.
Was it really a diploma?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A school diploma.
Like official, like government signed, approved.
Yeah, but camp, because there's a big administration building over there.
Yeah.
So anything else to add on before we wrap up this interview?
I beg your pardon?
Anything else that you want to add on before we?
No?
Any last words or thoughts on all of your experience there?
I don't have much. I mean, that was when I was, teenager. By then, your mind kind of goes around and around to realize.
Wait, you met Jack at the camp, right?
Yes.
What was Jack doing at the camp?
No, he was there.
He was there.
Mm-hmm. He was from San Pedro,
And then,
Island.
how old when you met him? Or were you both young, and then
19,
19?
20 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you blockhead,
Yeah.
there and a break, and there's a break here, and there's a road,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the market people was on one side,
Mm-hmm.
and Terminal Island people was on the other side, and we were just about the middle. The night market where they have they were in that camp too, but they were way on the other side.
Hello.
Hi. Irasai.
I went to buy a disc.
赤終わった。
What?
ちょっとまだ maybe like yeah.
No, いいよ。かけなさい。
So it's alright, So
Yeah.
how was it?
It's
Good.
Yeah.
Done here.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you can ask him too.
This
Being a
is
Japanese American, having a parent.
みんなところどころにいたからね。
Wanna-
I think we have everything
Yeah.
Good enough?
we need.
Okay.
Quite a story to tell.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I hope you